car's been in my life since 2004. It's been making me happy and bringing me on tons of adventures, and it's amazing to see the effects it has on other people's lives. You know, driving through gas stations, people just come up and start telling their whole life story to you, just because the car has that inviting energy.
Scenic Route 38.
As you all know, the Peace Car is dying. I still haven't accepted it yet, but it is dying. And so thinking about the car dying and no longer being on the road was a really tough challenge for me and Raquel to kind of come to terms with. So we really brainstormed, and Raquel came up with this great idea to kill the car instead of just letting it die off. So we were going to video the process of killing the car, which was driving to all 50 states.
In a sense, it feels like the entire road trip, it was about going to Alaska. It's the furthest in the US that we could go through road, and it's also this area in which it's so different, it's so wild still. And even the road there, it's long and quiet and desolated. There's no people, but it just means there's more wilderness, there's more animals. It's just wonderful.
This is Sam. This is a freaking huge bison.
One of my life goals was to make it to all 50 states. It took me quite a while to finally make it to Alaska. One of the reasons was I wanted to have enough time when I got to Alaska to actually stay there and really experience it. So I just kept putting it off, and finally this trip came along where we were gonna go to all 50 states in one go, so I had to go to Alaska even though I only had a week to be there. And I really wish I would have went earlier when I had just a week to be there, because it's such an amazing place. And the journey up there is breathtaking. Amazing mountains, you know, rivers, all kinds of activities, and no people. Like, there's just no one anywhere. You can drive for hours and not see anyone.
Going to Alaska felt like almost like an expedition that we happened to do on a car.
The Peace Car breaks all the time. That's a given. It's gonna break, right? You never know when it's gonna break. You never even know how it's gonna break, where you're gonna be. Really, any problem that arises can be solved, right? It might take a little bit of extra energy, right? You have to let go of that attachment or expectation you have of how things should be solved, and just focus on solving the problem any way you can.
You can always find adventure everywhere you are. It's just dependent on how open are you to what you define as adventure.